Man Cave Productions.
Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Man Cave Messages. I'd like to welcome back one of our most popular guests, Joe White Chocolate McDaniels. Just living the dream. He came over by the Man Cave today, and we're going to talk about our favorite rappers alive today.
Right, yeah, today.
Yeah. There was a lot of discussion about that. So we're going to do another video later on of all time. Or dead.
Yeah, I think we should just do dead ones next
Yeah,
time.
dead.
Yeah.
Deceased rappers will be the next video. But today it's just our favorite rappers out today. And I think both of ours are going to be not quite as mainstream.
Not really. I mean, there's some that are kind of hitting the streams.
Yeah.
Mainstream wise.
Or have had some mainstream success, but maybe not so much
Yeah.
big anymore. We've talked a lot about rappers and, our tastes kind of diverge from mainstream in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my two favorite rappers today are Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings.
Right.
They are definitely not mainstream.
Right.
Not
at all. Not at all.
Maybe more southern mainstream,
Mm-hmm.
but not, like
Yeah,
MTV.
definitely Jelly Roll is definitely southern for sure.
Yeah. Both from Memphis. Struggle Jennings, Waylon Jennings' grandson, came out and signed with Slum America.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He was Slum America's big acquisition. Yellow Wolf was all about that. He's the one that got him bail and everything.
Nice.
But yeah, Jelly Roll and Struggle, they grew up in Memphis, Music Row, and they were kind of anti-Music Row. They both, all their raps have a lot to do with just growing up, poor white trash, basically. In prison time. They both had served time in prison. It's just, for me, I can relate to it.
For sure.
Growing up with, and having to struggle for everything you have.
For sure.
And Jelly Roll, while Struggle was in prison, Jelly Roll is when he really got big. He hooked up with Little White. Hooked up with the March of the Juggalos, all that, and
Took it off from there.
and then Struggle got out and just hooked up with him. And I like Struggle. I knew about Struggle back in the day because when he first went to prison, he tricked the prison into letting a camera crew come in, and they thought that it was going to be a documentary, but instead they were filming a music video. So while he's in prison, he released a music video that was supposed to be a documentary. And I was like, that was genius. I mean, it's...
That's awesome. Not many people can say they've done that.
Yeah. They just came out with a new album, March 22nd. It was Waylon and Willie 2. Because everyone talks about Slum America, those four guys being the new Highwaymen.
Right.
With Yellow Wolf, Bubba Sparks, Jelly Roll, and Struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And so... Struggle
Is
and
Rick still part of that whole deal?
he signed with Slum America.
Okay.
Obviously,
He's still with Strange. It's because a lot of the times I see Ritz like with Strange, like he don't really talk that much. He's really
he was featured on the album they just came out with.
Yeah.
And I think he was on Waylon Willie 1 too. That's really all they've released. Bubba Sparks came out with something, but I think Ritz was on his album too.
Okay.
But I haven't heard him about any solo stuff.
Yeah. He had that one album that just came out, I don't know, a few years back. But
Yeah.
I haven't really heard anything else from him as far as, Strange goes. But I really like MGK. I think, speaking of the struggles and the come up, I think MGK has a really good taste in hip hop. He kind of mixes, the punk rockish kind of rock kind of theme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, towards hip hop, which is nice. And he talks a lot about, getting up in success and not to give up on your dreams and to just go after it. Another young cat that I really like is his name's Token. I think he's 19 now, but he dropped his first album at 18 years old.
Yeah.
He went on a tour with Hobson. Really, dude, this kid is like, I don't know. He has the talent of M did a few years back. You know, and he's got that fast fucking type, in your face. Like, I don't give a shit. You know, but he also talks a lot of good points about like bullying in schools and like, you know, depression and stuff like that. That a lot of topics you don't really hear him rap. You know, so I'm glad these like topics are bringing up in hip hop, because I feel like when you listen to that type of music, you know, that's kind of who you become. You know, like based off the music that you listen to.
Oh, definitely.
You know, so like. There is and like with Logic, I love Logic too, because he's a prime example of that too. Is just like he's all about positivity and pursue the happiness and like, you know, kind of chasing dreams as well, but like more on the positive side and treat people as one, you know. And he's got both the racial works too. He's half black and half white, so he has that
both sides
race
of the
too.
sense. Yeah.
And it sucks to have that, you know, brought up as race, but it really is a real thing nowadays, and I think we're trying to get away from that, and it's cool to see that, you know, rappers are like bringing it up in topic and talking about it in their songs and stuff.
Yeah, going off that, and I think I sent you a song of this guy a while back. There's this young kid on YouTube, and his name is The Real AK, and you know, he doesn't come up with his original beats, but he comes up with, you know, his own, you know, lyrics.
Yeah.
And I've been following him. I haven't heard anything new by him for a few months, but I mean, he was dropping songs left and right. And he did Panda. He did a version of Panda.
Remix Panda.
Yeah, and he just killed it. And he talks a lot about him because he's a young kid. He's like 17, 18 years old, you know, from the suburbs. But he talks a lot about, you know, being into hip hop and in school and everyone looking down on him, teachers thinking he's not going to amount to anything. So he's like, well, I'll show you what I can do. Like, this isn't just a dream, it's something I want to do. And he gets like 1 million views per video. You know, and he's a young cat. And I think later on down, we could see something big from him. Once he moves away from just YouTube videos and maybe coming up with his own beats and everything. But something to look out for.
For sure. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, it's always good to see those upcoming artists, you know, see where they, like, even, like, I know you brought up NF, like, I've been bumping NF for a while, and he just got on the radio, you know, a couple months back, but I've been bumping him for years.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of cool to see other artists that you've known about for years that, like, hit the radio station, you're like, all right, that's his big hit, you know, he finally made it, you know, like, after all these years of him rapping and doing his thing, like, he's actually getting to where he wants to go, you know, and making bigger moves.
That was like, you know, a couple years ago, that's how I felt about Hopsin.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I just can't wait. He'll get a break sooner or later. He'll get a break. You know, he's the king of the underground, blah, blah, blah. But then, you know, I started reading more about him, and he's had all these chances to hook up with, you know, like Tech Nine and everything, but he wants more.
I think, you know, and I think he did it smart too, dude. I mean, when you get to that level of just by yourself, you know, might as well just keep with it, because once you sign with somebody else, dude, you're pretty much half your money, you know. And if you can do it by yourself, I mean, you know, props to him. But I mean, he had a team behind him, and that's when he left Funk Volume, because of the whole, you know, the dude stealing money from him and stuff. So he's been I've been kind of looking into his stuff a little bit. He's been kind of looking for new artists. He's trying to reamp the whole, you know, what he's trying to do. But I haven't really heard much from him. This is months ago. This is like November when he was looking. So
I think he just dropped a new Il Mondo Hopsin.
Did he?
Yeah.
Just recently?
Yeah. I was, you know, because I spent a lot of time on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I subscribed to his channel. And I'm pretty sure I just saw a new Il Mondo Hopsin.
Maybe. Those Il Minds are dope.
Yeah.
I really like them.
Yeah. I'm going to bring it up almost mainstream. Okay. Almost. Right. I mean, I guess you consider Method Man mainstream.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. I mean, but when people talk about the greatest rappers out there, or a lot, you know, ever, he's never mentioned. And I think that's a shame, because when the very first, he caught my attention when he was with Wu-Tang Clan. And they had the single Method Man. Mm-hmm. And that blew my mind. And then he went off on his own, and he dropped You're All I Need. And I'm sorry, I don't. If you're from my generation, you remember that song with Mary J. Blige, and you probably either played it for a girl or sent it to a girl. I'm like, oh, this is what I think about you when I heard the song, baby. It's just one of those jams that our generation that was like, you know, that was the slow jam you said,
Exactly, dude.
you know, and then.
I remember making like little discs of little like playlists. For people,
Yeah.
you know, like giving
This-
them to 'em.
I was thinking about you
Yeah,
when I made this,
yeah.
and you made like 8 of them. Yeah, but Method Man, I mean, I wish he would come out with more music, and I get it, you know, like he's in everything. He's in. I've seen like 4 or 5 movies in recent memory that he's been in.
For
He was
sure.
just in Keanu, Key and Peele's
Yeah.
movie. Keanu, he was in that. He played the drug dealer.
Yeah.
You know, and I get it. You know, that's
And well, him and Redman both. I mean, I
Yeah.
know Redman's really been struggling, you know, and he's really talented. All that dude does is make music. You
Yeah.
know, like constantly. Redman's still coming out with songs and albums and stuff. But like, the thing is, like, once you lose that you know touch of getting out there, people kind of you can only do so much, you know. Especially when you've been in the game that many years, you know, like.
yeah.
It's hard to re-amp yourself so many times, you know, like.
I think with Redman, unfortunately, he has been connected to Method Man for so long that people, you know, solo stuff. People are like, well, where's Method at?
Right.
You know, and he can't come out with his own stuff without Method Man being connected to it, because then people lose
I
interest.
mean, it's just like, you know, spaghetti and meatballs. You gotta have both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, a lot of Redman's solo stuff is just
it's crazy
awesome.
about the,
You know, it's
but they do really work together in collaboration.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That Brick City.
Yeah. I'm also a big fan, I mean, of Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
I haven't heard J. Cole that much. I have heard Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick.
I'm not, you know, when I've told you this, I'm not. Usually, if someone is big with everyone else, I wait.
Right.
And I'll wait, and I'll, you know,
The
like.
thing with Kendrick, he's just got so many different like punchlines and like the way he flows the words together. You know, like,
Yeah.
He's got different styles. It's like a boom bap type. You know, he'll the way that he raps is like another melody on top of the beat. You know, he like just flows it so nice, and the way that he puts the words together, just it's phenomenal how many rhyme or words he can rhyme together. You know,
Yeah.
and to make all sense too. That's another thing too. Like just collides with each other. J. Cole is a really good one. I think he's really on the mellowish, you know, I don't care, kind of hippie type feel. You know, it's like kind of that really chill vibe, but like really big message.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think J. Cole has a lot of.
There's one that I wish would come out and just like walk all over Jay-Z is Nas. And I know that they collaborated a little while ago, and I know that, you know, they stopped trying to rap battle, but I think that's mostly because Jay-Z can't compete with Nas. They had a rap battle,
Mm-hmm.
and Jay-Z's side of that didn't even make it to a CD.
Yeah.
He played it once at some house show. No one liked it.
Yeah.
Nas had Made You Look,
Yeah.
and I don't care who you are. You can't say that didn't just dump all over Jay-Z.
For sure.
You know, and Jay-Z, I don't like Jay-Z. I never have.
I'm not really a big fan of Jay-Z, dude. I really wasn't the biggest, dude.
I mean, before he came up, DMX beat him in a rap battle.
Right.
And, you know, DMX has got his own flow and everything, and I respect him. But DMX.
The thing I love about DMX is like, and all of his albums, he's got a prayer. He's got a song that is talk about God. You know,
Yeah.
like he's got a gospel album on each or a gospel track, but each album has that, which is dope. You know, kind of reflecting on prayer and shit like that, which is cool. I think from DMX, especially on how hyphy and like how crazy.
Yeah.
You know, he's talked about some crazy stories about like.
I like how he connects a lot of his songs, too. Like, the Damien songs.
Yeah.
Like, you had to wait 3 albums before that story finished.
Yeah.
You know, and like, and he cliffhanged it every time.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oh, I just found out this guy's shicey. Damn. And the next song is, he's having me kill people, and now he wants to kill me. And the next song is, you know, like, you're like, damn. You know, like,
For sure.
that takes some pre-planning. You know?
Absolutely. Well, you gotta imagine, like, probably while this is all going on, he's working on a certain album, so he just
Yeah.
like reflects on Exactly. I mean, that's what a lot of artists do, is reflects on what's going on in their lives, you know, at the moment.
We gotta talk about Twista. Yes,
Twista.
that was with that, like,
Man, dude, he's just so fast to spit, dude.
He used to have the Guinness Book World Record for the fastest rapper alive.
I remember seeing Twista on stage, because he was signed to Jay-Z at that point. This was right when 50 Cent came out with Get Rich or Die Trying album. It was like 1999 or something like that, and or like 2001, and it came out, dude, right on stage. Dude, Jay-Z he was the last, like, you know, he's the grand dude, so he's the last one to perform, and then Twista just came on, dude, just fucking killed it, dude, for like a minute, just a minute and a half, just spitting so fast, and I was just like, holy shit. That was like the first time I ever saw Twista, dude, and he's fucking, you can't go wrong with his rhymes, dude. He's so fast.
I had seen Twista in 1992 on the Today Show.
Okay.
They were doing a thing on the Guinness Book, and he came on and redid his record, broke his own record on the Today Show. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was just starting to get into real rap at that point, you know. And then Do or Die came out with Pope Him with Twista on it, and I was like, what? You know, like, because when he was breaking his record, he wasn't doing it to a beat. He wasn't, you know. I was like, he's fast, but I mean, whatever. It's corny.
Right.
And then I listened to the Pope Him, and I'm like, what the? And he still comes out with stuff. He like just comes out of nowhere. He was on Travis Barker's CD, you know, with Busta and Yellow Wolf, and just killed it. Like, Busta's fast.
He just pops in whenever. I mean, it's cool that he does songs with other artists too. I mean, just, that fast spit, dude, is just amazing. Still is amazing. Dude.
And I always think it's funny when people try to rap to his songs.
Yeah, because
they do the mumble, the and something. What'd you say? I think I just watched something on YouTube. It was him, Busta Rhymes, Lazy Bone, and
Lazy Bone's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
he's a cool dude.
I mean, all the Bone.
For sure.
They're all fast. Oh, yeah. I mean, Crazy's more of a, you know,
more fluent, kind of fast.
I mean, let me smoke a blunt before I do this rhyme, and then we'll just go from there. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's tons more rappers that we're not even touching on right now.
Oh, for sure.
But I mean, we can do more of these videos.
For sure. I think we should definitely do the top
deceased
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Once again, this is Joe White Chalk. He spins over at Butch's Bar, Man Cave Message's favorite bar. He also owns Fly Vibes Hookah Lounge, which is downstairs at Butch's Bar. So check it out. It's a chill spot.
Have some drinks, have some smoke, and get some dancing on.
He always has crazy things going on. I think I caught your poetry jam there. That was pretty cool.
Try to do that once a month.
Yeah, he has open mics, so check it out. And I'm Austin Chambers. I'll see you soon.